It says, if then you have been raised with Christ, seek things that are above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Set your mind on things that are above, not on things that are on earth. Verse 9, do not lie to one another, seeing that you have put off the old self with its practices, and having put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge after the image of its creator. The image that Paul is trying to get here when he talks about putting on this new self, this new way of life. We have to think back to the way things used to be 2,000 years ago. You guys probably had your choice of several different shirts and pants that you wore today. However, if you lived 2,000 years ago, you were lucky often to have one undergarment. You were lucky to have one tunic. And you would wear that every day. There was not deodorant, and the roads were not paved. Animals were used, which meant nasty things lay all over the ground. All of that disgustingness builds up on your clothes over time. So the tunic that you wore, with all of your body odor, with all of the odors of everything else you came into contact with, walked with you everywhere. So imagine, if you can and if you will, what taking off that garment after years and years of wearing it probably meant. When it comes to walking in the nature and the presence of God, it means taking that old, disgusting, sinful self that we once walked in, and you put it completely away and forget about it because you have put on the newness of God, the newness of life that is in Him. We do this all the time. We change clothes daily. However, for some reason, when it comes to our spiritual lives, we say that we get rid of the sinful self, and yet there's pieces of it that we carry around it with us wherever it is that we go. There are certain sins we don't want to deal with. There are certain things that we did in our old life that we're not ready to part with. Paul urges this church and all of its different ideologies and philosophies that if you don't put off the old ways and only focus on your newness in life, you will not function as a church going forward, as a body of Christ going forward.